Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Does nice guy equal right guy? Okay, so you have this is not a viewer question. This is just something
This
that
is just
happened. This has happened to you?
well, this is just an observation that I
Okay.
found with men
Alright.
who consider themselves nice guys. Because there's always this thing that women like bad boys.
Yeah.
And on some levels, I really truly believe that. I do
Yeah.
think that women do
Yeah.
like
Not mean.
not mean, but they like
I know what you mean,
they
yeah.
like a little mystery, and sometimes but sometimes they do like bad boys,
Like
really
rough around the edges
Yeah.
or something, yeah.
But there are always these like self-proclaimed nice guys who always seem to think that
Yeah.
because they're nice, you should date them.
Yeah, you automatically get the date.
And then if you don't want to date them, because for any reason, like say you're just not ready to date,
Right.
or say that you're just say you're just not into them.
Right.
You can still not be attracted to someone
Yeah.
and be completely fine. But I always feel like guys like that always seem to get very defensive.
Oh, yeah, they
because
do.
they feel like they're going out of their way to be nice to you. So now
Yeah.
you need to give them your phone number and you
Yeah.
need to date them. Or if you don't do that, there's something wrong with you.
This must be talked about. But I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is because I've had this before where I've had a guy who is polite, nice, respectful, everything you can think of, right? Really nice at least the first meeting, right? And then they want to ask me on a date, and then I say no. I try to do it. Whenever I say no to somebody, I always try to let them down. I don't like to lie and go, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." I don't like doing that. I just, it's just I'm not really interested. I'm not dating right now. I'll say whatever. But this has happened before where I've done this, and the nice guy has gotten offended.
Right.
Like quickly offended. Like,
you women are always saying, women are always saying you guys want nice guys. Here I am, and you're just not accepting the date.
it's okay to say no. Just because you're nice does not guarantee you the date. Is that what you're saying? It doesn't guarantee you the date. Thank you for being nice. Thank you for being polite. I always am polite. Always I am polite with men whenever they want to talk to me. I'm always polite, but I don't say yes to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think everybody should be saying yes to everybody.
But I also give props to men because I feel like they generally are the ones who have to.
Right.
It
takes courage.
Right. It
to come
takes
up to
courage to
somebody,
ask someone out. You know what I mean?
Especially
if you really like them.
Yeah.
You know
And especially if you're not a guy who does that. I always wonder this because I know my male friends, they're like, I seem pretty like confident and all that, and for the most part, some of my male friends are. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you, even me feeling confident and being confident, genuinely confident, it takes a lot of kind of courage to go up to a woman that you are attracted to and spark up some type of conversation. Hopefully, leads to you getting some type of meeting with them. Like it's a hard thing. So when you guys let us down, it's really
right.
It's I'm like, okay, I get that, but I don't get being mean when someone says no. I don't get it.
It's not even. It's almost like because I feel like with these guys, like I'm talking about like guys that I know personally, that they always have conversations like this with me. Like they always feel like because they're not even trying to date me. It's just a conversation that I've had with men. Period. And they'll say things like, I just don't understand why women always say they want a nice guy, and then when you go up to them, they don't like you were saying.
Yeah.
And so I always have to say to them, but just because you're nice, that isn't the only requirement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we have to have, we have to have what's inside that attracts you. It can't just be physical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like with women. You can't just have money. You can't just be nice. You have to have something that sets you apart from the other men. Right. And so sometimes it is physical.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't like you for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or maybe just because I'm not in like I'm not feeling chemistry.
Yeah.
And just because I'm not feeling chemistry doesn't mean that another woman won't.
Yeah.
So when I was telling this one guy, I said
this is recently?
It's recently, but I've had this conversation before. Like I've even had DM messages where men talk like this. And I think that I feel like I understand how hard it is to like a woman and then have to actually get up and call her,
put yourself
or
out
walk
there.
over to talk to her, or even DM her. That's hard because you might get rejected. So I'm not making light of that, because I understand that's something women really don't have to do often, And I get it, there are women who do though, but you just because you're nice is what I'm saying. Is just because you're nice does not mean that it guarantees you a woman, but it also doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the woman.
Right. Oh, okay. I see.
You understand? Because a lot of men think that. They think, oh, well, she must have low self-esteem because she likes mean guys. Or maybe she doesn't like you.
Right. Well, okay. So then also there's the other part of this though, is that there's a lot of men, not to say a lot, but there's men out there that, I would say pretend being nice, but they put on a persona that they believe women want to see, and then a lot of times women can pick up on that you may still be a nice person. It's like a persona they're trying to put out there to get women. I'm such a nice guy. Look what I'm, saying. Look what I'm putting up on my social media. Look how I'm speaking to you, right? And all. Right. But it's like, I don't want to say you're being too nice, but it's almost like, I won't say, well, fake.
Right. It's a no. It's a good point. Like there is something, a desperation.
Yeah, there's something about it. You can see, and not all. See, there's men out there that are really, I think, that are genuinely very nice, and they're just really nice at heart. This is who they are, how they brought up. It is what it is. But there are these certain groups of men, types of men, that I'm like, you're just doing that. You're putting on a persona, and I can see it, and women can see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Women can see it. It's just like when men can see when women are. You know what I mean? Or being fake too. Like you guys can see, you guys are not dumb. Y'all can see it too. Well, it's the same thing with women. Like when a guy is being too much of the goody two shoes. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? I do this, that, and the other. I'm, always patting his own self on the back all the time. Right. And you know what I mean? It's like, we kind of see that, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about the regular nice guy. I'm talking that's a separate category. I'm talking about the men that are always patting themselves on the back and always saying that they're just, this, that, and the other. I go to church. I'm a basketball coach. I'm a blah, 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 and this and that and the other. I helped a lady with her flat tire the other day. And just letting everybody know this. It's like, okay.
I mean, because I throw women, I always talk about women. And what women do. I think women, when women get too sexual on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, I call them thirsty.
Yeah, women don't like when we do that, by the way. But you know what? If we we are women, and we call out behaviors that we see in women that we don't like.
Yeah, when women do that, the thirst is real. You know what I mean? There's a sort of validation, but there's men do it too. You know what I mean? They not this nice guy image. Now, I absolutely like nice men. Yeah. You know what I mean? I do. There are, at this point in my life, I'm really going through some stuff. So I'm really trying to get
in a transition.
Trying to get my life together. So if I say no, it's not because I just hate you. It's because I really just don't have room right now. But whenever I feel like men feel...
That's a good point. I want to say something. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I want to say something.
Whenever I feel like men... when men do this, I feel like they take it so personal that they don't realize that it may not even be you.
That's what I was going to say.
Right, But then also there is a sort of desperation as well, just like we were saying about women being, thirsty. There's a sort of thirst that men can do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where they make it seem like they have to make themselves look like God. In order for a woman to like you. And women aren't going to like you when you do that.
It's also like you were saying... it's not always y'all. Like with the guys, it's not always you guys. When we turn you down, like when women turn men down, I don't know every instance of this happening, but sometimes it can just be that we got some stuff. Right. And a good example would be like our situation, my situation when we first got into this situation, with our living circumstance and all of that. While it's very convenient and, work wise and financially is very convenient, it may not be very comfortable to date while in this. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of uncomfortable. So when men would be asking me out on dates, I don't feel the need, and I would say no, I don't feel the need to tell everyone my life story. You know what I mean? I would have to tell you my whole life story of why I'm telling you no, and I've done that before, and that was a big mistake because the guy would not let it go. There's got to be a certain amount
of. I always think with men, for me, there's got to be a certain amount of genuineness. I don't know. I always think this is an interesting topic, mostly because I feel like when we talk about bad boys a lot, bad boys know what they're doing. Yeah, and they usually get women because they're pretty comfortable, with themselves because they have no. A lot of those guys have no. They have no their destination isn't to be your boyfriend. Right. So they don't care if you really leave.
Yeah, they're not.
You know what I mean? But guys who really want a relationship.
Right. That's different.
Sometimes they're a little too thick.
Yeah.
With, you know what I mean? It's a little too much. You know what I mean? And it's because they really, just like women that really want relationships, men can do it too.
Yeah, I think they just want us to fall for it. And what makes it tough, I think, sometimes for some women to say no is because they are nice.
Right.
They're not being mean. You know, so a woman feels kind of obligated to, like, well, okay, it wasn't mean, I should just go out with him. And then what ends up happening is you resent it because you really didn't want to go out with him, right? You're not giving him your true self anyways.
I just find this just such an interesting subject because I always feel like I always meet these guys that, even guys that aren't necessarily interested in me, but they think that they're nice and they can't understand why a woman wouldn't want to date them because they're playing by the rules.
Right. They're doing all the stuff. They're doing all the things that they think that women want to see and hear. But
I believe, because I believe in chemistry.
Yeah.
I believe that, I honestly don't even think that we look for people. I think we attract people.
Right. I think
so at a certain time in your life. So it's not so much about you being nice because I think that whoever you meet, that if you're in a good place, whoever you meet, they'll compliment you on that. So there's a lot of things that I like about men that, you know, it's like confidence, nice, but confident. They know who they are. This is why I like when men like what they do for a living. Yeah. Because then they're not so, they're not competitive against you. They're not angry with themselves and taking it out on you. They're not talking down to women. They feel good about themselves. Therefore, the dates and the conversations sort of soar. Yeah. Because they feel good in their own manhood. Right. You know what I mean? They don't feel that they have to be nice. They just have to be themselves. Right.
It's like there is a difference between men who are persistent and men who are trying too hard. Right. Right. So men who are persistent are the one, they really want you, right? They really want to be with you. They really want to try, and they're trying. It's kind of funny. The whole situation is kind of like a cat and mouse thing. Eventually the chase has got to stop. You know what I mean? But there's something about it. It doesn't seem desperate. It just seems kind of like he's playing the game. And then, you know what I mean? And then it all makes sense. But the men who are trying too hard, both men are nice. Both types are nice. But men who are trying too hard, it's more, it comes off as a desperation, as if they just feel they can't get any. This is like everyone's the one. As soon as they see, you know what I mean, like every new girl's the one determined now. Okay, that wasn't one anymore. You know what I mean? Right. And the new girl I'm gonna chase now. Okay, she's the one. It's like, no, it's I
mean, even like the one guy I talked to a long time ago. He's married now, but he wasn't married before, and he was saying to me that that he dates and every time he dates, the girls take advantage of him and stuff like that. I said, but you know what I have to say to him, or what I said to him? I said, you know what I have to say to you is that there's a sort of sadness about you.
You said it to him?
Yeah, I said there is a sort of sadness when it comes to dating.
What made you say it to him, though?
Because I felt like he was sad that he wasn't in a relationship, although he was calling himself the nice guy.
Oh, he's a self-proclaimed?
Yeah, he was just saying, I'm a nice guy, I do this, I do that, women don't like, he's married now, so he did change. Right. But what I'm saying is, but I did tell him, I said, there is a certain sadness in you that I think maybe women are seeing that you don't know that you're giving off. Yeah. Because we're not dating. Yeah. But I'm seeing it in you right now. You know what I mean? And you are a nice guy, but there's some part of you that feels like it's never going to happen. And so you give off this sort of energy of desperation, I guess.
It's true. They pick up on that. I mean, think about it. Because even back when I had low self-esteem. When I had low self-esteem and I was dating, I met jerks because I had low self-esteem. They picked up on this low self-esteem and then used that. Right. So if I can acknowledge that in myself.
Because women take advantage of men too. So the thing. This is how you get these gold diggers. Yeah. Is they pick up on a man who is sad. A man who's sort of desperate in his self. Yeah. Sort of desperate and doesn't really have any self-esteem, but he thinks his niceness is self-esteem. Right. You know what I mean? And those women will pick up on that. But then women who have high self-esteem will look at you as not alpha. Yeah. They'll look at you as someone who's needy. Yeah.
So you don't always have to...
and that's exactly what I kind of told him. I said, you are... Because I've known this guy for a while. And I said, you come off a little bit needy.
You get mad?
No, I think he was willing to hear it out because we weren't trying to date.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't a girl he was trying to date, so he felt like, okay, well, I want to.
This is the one that got married.
Right. If I was so if I was the girl he was trying to date, he probably wouldn't want to hear this.
Right.
Because he'd be like, bitch, please, you know what I mean? Don't tell me I'm needy. But because we were kind of friendly, he was just like, basically he wanted to hear it. So I was just like, I said, yeah, you have a sort of sadness in you. When you talk, I said, but you do come off kind of needy, because then he did ask me, would you ever date me? And I said no, but this is why. Because I'm sort of a I hate to call myself like an independent person, because I feel like I don't like using that independent woman stuff, but I am very fulfilled. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know what I want, and I like myself. Yeah. And I'm, pretty much can take care of myself, and I can deal with my ups and my downs and my sadness and my feelings.
Yeah. Right. You have self-reliance too.
When you're with a woman that's like that, because he actually agreed that I was like that. You know what I mean? He was just like, right. I said, a man that I date is going to have to feel that way about himself, because if I feel like you're sad, I feel like I'm going to be treating you like a child, or I'm going to have to.
You will be having to treat him like a child.
You're going to come off dependent and needy. And I don't like men who are needy, because I'm not needy. Right. Yeah. I'm not a needy person. I like men, and I like having them around, and I do need, I think we do need each other, but I'm not needy. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a man for his money. I don't need a man to be with me at any cost. Yeah. I don't need to be abused to have a man. Yeah. I don't need some man to put me down just to say I have a man. Yeah. I don't need those types of relationships. I don't need abusive relationships. I don't, like those sort of things. And I said, but you don't come off that way. You look like you'll take some stuff. Really? And that's what I say. You look like you're going to put up with some stuff for a while from women. And I think that all these women that have kind of used you and left, I think they saw that in you. Yeah. And they're probably users. That's and most of the women that he had, not to down single mothers, but most of the women he dated were single mothers who used him for money because they weren't getting child support from their child's father.
Oh, they were using him as okay.
And so because he was such a nice guy, he would pay for stuff. Right. You know what I mean? I said, when you come off that way, you will summons the asshole in a woman. Yeah.
It's true.
Who is a needy woman? Yeah. Who does this? This is what she does.
So, like, if you see those women out there, like, I feel like if you see women like that are out there that use men, like heinously for their money, those are gold digging women. Those are women who have they have no chill, and they don't care. And
we once had a show about women who date bad boys.
Oh, we did.
We had a show that did.
Oh yeah, we did. I'll put a link I'll put a link to it above me.
And we called out women because women do this. They date men who treat them bad. You know what I mean? And they stay with them. Yeah. And try to make up all excuse. I'm in love and all of this, but truthfully they're just low self-esteem, and they're with someone else with low self-esteem, and you met and you're together. You know what I mean? And so I just kind of feel like that. On this end. Yeah. When it comes to like men. Yeah. I think there are men who have low self-esteem, but they don't realize that they do have that. They think because they have a job, or because they're taking care of their bills, and because they're nice guys.
And that's going to be enough.
I mean, that is enough. But self-esteem is what's inside of you.
Right.
And it's something inside of you that people can see that's unseen.
Yeah, and it kind of reaps through your pores. Like you can see it. Like if you're in the dating mode, and if you're a woman who's serious, and if you're an intelligent, self-secure woman, you're a guy hitting on a woman like you're a guy who's the nice guy that we're talking about, and you hit on a woman like that, she's gonna see what you're doing. So don't be fake.
Yeah, because don't be fake nice, right? Because in our other show, we said that women sometimes confuse strength, with abuse. We think when men are tough on us, that means that they're going to be tough in general, right? No. They're going to take care of you. They're going to provide for you. They're going to protect you. Yeah. You know what I mean? But a lot of times it's just abuse. Yeah, you know what I mean? And women find that out too late sometimes. Yeah. So, I feel like a lot of times, like these nice guys, they confuse niceness with women. I don't want to say that they think women, well, maybe they think women are kind of stupid. Yeah. Like we'll just accept anything as long as you just cart it out to us.
Or sometimes they don't think that the women are sometimes they think that women are being stupid. I think that with their men like that are thinking is that they're hoping that a woman will
or just
feel sorry for them.
Feel sorry for them.
Kind of feel sorry for them so they can get in.
Right.
You know, they can get in.
So it's not that women want a man that's bad, but women do like strength in a man. And it's in the way the man, it's in a way a man sort of holds himself.
Yeah.
And it's an unseen thing. It's just something you see in someone. And men can see it in us. They know we're confident when we're thirsty. Yeah. You know, you can tell when a woman feels good about herself and a woman acts like she's feeling good about herself. Yeah. But doing everything, which, you know, you can say, people say a lot of things, but don't act according to their
I used to act like I used to act like I was just confident, secured woman that knew what I had no self-esteem whatsoever.
Most of these self-proclaimed independent women are insecure.
That's true.
Trying to one-up men all the time, trying to show we can do it too, we can do this, we can do that. And most of them are single. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I feel the same way here. You know what I mean? It's just like, just because you're nice doesn't mean that you're not insecure. Right. Check yourself. I always tell people to really go in and really check yourself and make sure that you're that you feel good about yourself. Because the thing is like, it took me a long time to get to that place. Yeah. Because I used to be one of those girls that were just, I would say, very insecure, that I used to let men just run me over. Yeah. Right. Until I realized that it really isn't their fault that they treat me this bad. What's wrong with me is that I just didn't have enough self-esteem in my life to walk away from men, because I didn't feel that, because then that you kind of need them to feel good about yourself. And until you can feel good by yourself, there really is nobody that can make you, to come into your life and make your life whole.
Well, this is why I always say that you have to have self-awareness. Like, self-awareness is going to change your life. Because if you can be completely aware of your behaviors, completely aware of your behaviors, good and bad, you know what I mean? And be able to call your own self out on your stuff. I'm telling you, it's going to change everything for you, because then you're going to be able to weed out the ones that are not being real. Right. You know what I mean? And just trying to play you, or trying to, handle you. Because people who, there's like when we're talking about this, the men, the nice guy, the self-proclaimed, I'm going to call it, not the average nice guy, about the self-proclaimed nice guy. They're trying to work you. They're just not being mean. You know what I mean? It's not being mean about it. There's not mean people, but it's still a form of just them trying to work you and get you to maybe just kind of feel bad for them. And maybe I'll just, she's going to say yes because I'm nice. Why would she say no? Because she's going to look like a bitch. If she says no, I'm sitting here being nice. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't feel, once upon a time, I may have been like, just take the pity date. No. And that's rude. I've done that before. Not a lot, but I have done that before, do the pity date, because I just didn't want to make someone mad. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, I just didn't want to make somebody mad or sad. Not mad, but sad. You know what I mean? Who wants to do that? It's just one date, whatever. Right? But it's not whatever, right.
And I also think people need to be, again, I always say, I think people need to be happy single.
Yeah.
See, I think that another thing that people do is that they're not happy single, and they try all these things to not be single, so they can meet someone. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just like, just be yourself. Right. You don't have to be any. You don't have to be God. Yeah. You don't have to be God-fearing. Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to do all of these things. You don't have to be super successful. Yeah. You just have to be yourself. I mean, I've dealt with this with guys who are very religious, and they're single. Yeah. And they want to tell me about everything God, and they want to use Bible quotes, and then it's just like, you realize I don't go to church. Yeah. Well, I've talked to a guy before that thought I went to church, thought I was right. And I don't have anything against church. I think church is good for people who need it and people who feel that works for them. So this is not a thing on church. It's not about church. But I did date a guy. I do notice that though, because I have talked to a guy before who was, oh man, I'll give you had seen this conversation. It was like a lot of scripture, like, and just he was just this saved, holier than thou individual, and I guess this is what church people like to hear. Church people hear, they understand it, and I was like, oh, I don't
I don't go to church. And then he was like, what do you mean? And here's the funny part, because he was like, what do you mean? I said, I'm not religious. Like, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God and spirituality, just not in the form of text. So Bible, such as Quran, all that.
Yeah, organized religion.
Organized religion. That's not my thing. So I'm just more of a spiritual person. And that's just where I'm at. And so when he realized I wasn't like a Christian, he catered to that. He flipped the script. Like, all of a sudden, the scripture stopped. Right? The scripture stopped, and he was like literally more of a different. He was just more, I guess, more relaxed, cussing a little bit more. I'm like, what? Wait, I said I don't want that. What do you mean? What are you doing here? So it's like, sometimes it's an act.
I mean, even with
it's
our,
an act
like
sometimes.
Like even with our YouTube page, or with our YouTube channel, and we're trying to make this bigger and have more subscribers, and I've had guys who act like they're interested, just to be interested in me, to get a date. It's just like, I take this seriously, so please don't use this as a way to date me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, butter you up.
Don't butter me up like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that, because I can see through it. It's just it's like stuff like that. I mean, but I think that in general, like, insecurity, I think if people would just look at themselves, because if you are getting turned down a lot, it's not because you're nice. There's got to be something else. It's true. I mean, there just has to be something else. I have seen gorgeous women get turned down.
Oh yeah, no, it has nothing to do
because
with,
they think that the only thing they have to do is be pretty.
Right, and that's not it. Men want more than that too. We want more, and so do men.
And as we get older, we definitely do. Like, we're not, when you're in your 20s, you want something, you're not as high maintenance on on things you want. But once you get into your 40s, we all want more. We all want to see more, and we should be more. We all should be mentally evolved, and a little bit more secure as we're getting older. And I always say, I just thought it was an interesting topic, because I always feel like a lot of nice guys always say this to me. They always say, well, what's wrong with me? Well, there's nothing wrong with you.
Nothing wrong with you.
It's just I'm not interested in you.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with being nice. I'm just not interested in you. I
that's
don't
because
feel attracted to you.
Right. It's not adding up to 2 and 2 is not adding up to 4 men like this, because they're wanting. They thought they could trick you.
Look, I'm in a situation where I live, where I work. I live in a hotel. I live in a hotel room. I work as a housekeeper at 43. I work as a housekeeper. I'm going through all kinds of, not actually, we're doing better. We're doing a lot better. But still, it's awkwardness. It's an awkward. I live with my sister. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going through this, and I'm not expecting men to accept this.
No.
As soon as if I say this and they don't like it, then I get that.
I've had that. Oh God,
I get that. I don't take.
That's weird.
I guess as I'm getting, I don't take things too personal.
No, you can't. You really can't.
I mean? We get people on here who insult us and tell us stuff, but we don't take it personal. It's just what it is.
I always say, if you don't know someone personally, you can't take it personal.
Right.
So.
And
I only take things personally when I know you.
Right.
If I'm personally
I only want to be
involved,
with someone who wants to be with me.
Right.
And especially in this situation where I'm trying to transition,
upgrade
into
my life.
Else, you have to be someone I'm really interested in for me to take that step, because I'm going through something right now, and like Danielle said, I don't want to tell everybody my business.
Well, you would have to.
And that's why I turn people down. But I'm not going to keep telling you, telling all these different people what's going on in my life, because I do I am a private person. I do like my
tell them to watch the YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah. Go on my YouTube
watch
channel.
Episode 1 of
Tell me if you like that. Subscribe. No, he was just like, you don't take it personal if you date someone and they don't like you. I said, no, not at this age. No, I don't.
I don't get weird with that.
Not at all.
But some people do, and I'm just not there. I've gotten more secure with myself though as I got older too. Like, I'm just more happy with who I am. Whereas before I wasn't. And I'm saying, when I say before, I'm not talking about years and years ago. I mean literally.
But this is how I knew
coming back home,
right? But this is how I knew that he wanted a relationship more than he wanted to. He wanted to not be single. Yeah, and this is the reason why I said it. So because he asked me, he said, well, don't you get tired of being alone? I said, no, I like myself. Yeah, I'm not bored with myself. Yeah, so I like being with myself. You know what I mean? I like dating, but I like being with myself. I don't feel like this sort of thing where I don't think someone's just going to come in my life and make it better. Right. Well, they can add to it and make it more fun, you know what I mean? But I, in general, am not in a place where I need somebody to be with me to make me feel better. about being single.
Well, you should already feel good about yourself, and then whoever comes into your life adds to.
I mean, my single life for me is a blast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't wait to get married.
Yeah.
I cannot wait because I'm one of those people. I love love.
Yeah.
And I love falling in love. There's nothing better in the world than when you truly love someone. Right. You can't just be with people just because you don't like being single. And I'm very, very happy and proud of myself, but I'm also very happy with being here because there was a time in my life when I really did not like being alone. Yeah. Because I felt like, not because I didn't like being alone, being with myself, is I felt other people thought some way about me, about being single. So I would be in relationships with people so I looked as though I was loved.
But just single, I really enjoy being single. You know what I mean? Just like I'm like you. Like I feel like when I meet the right person, I'm going to know it. That's number one. And number two, I'm really going to enjoy that part of my life. But I don't want to sit here and just be just thinking every moment about, oh my God, I need to get in a relationship. It hasn't happened. Right. Why has it not happened? Well, oh my God, the sky is falling. Like, no, look, no. Have a good time while you're single, and have a good time when you're married or in a relationship. Right. Whatever it is, just whatever you're at, be that. Be good. Be good with that, because you don't know when things are going to happen. You don't know. So you got to be happy in every moment, which again, I wasn't before. A few short years ago, I could not have this conversation. Yeah.
And I also think I also like myself. So I know that's what I'm saying. I always feel like there's someone out there for me. Yeah. So I don't feel that I'm not going to get married. So I don't feel this need to
just waiting to meet you.
Right. I don't feel this need to sort of be fake for men.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm up for that.
And there are nice men who are married. So they can't be true. The nice men finish like last. Nice men get married. I know some of them.
I know a lot of them.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're very nice men. You know what I mean? So there's something going wrong with you. This is what I always say.
Those men are married to very secured, nice women.
Right. So I always say, whenever you have a problem or something's just bugging you about somebody outside of, someone else, then it's always about you. Yeah, it is though. You know what I mean? It's just always about you. Right. You know what I mean? I always say that, a lot of the men that I had dated before, they helped me. Because they showed me who I was.
That was the purpose. Yeah.
They, everyone's a soulmate when they come in your life. They come in your life to show you something about yourself. Right. And until you really look at it, they're going to keep coming. Right. So that was just on my mind.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, we're running out of time now, so we are going to end this. Thank you guys so much for watching. And comment below if you agree or disagree. Just let us know. We're interested in hearing what you have to say. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and our Instagram and Facebook pages as well. We will appreciate that. And that's it. Thank you guys. Everybody have a good day. Bye.